Hey guys, what is up? It's Duncan, and today I'm here with some really cool news. The Apple tablet has just been announced, literally just seconds ago. So I'm going to go ahead and give you guys a full rundown on the iPad. Don't ask the name, but yeah, it is the iPad, and I'm going to give you guys the full specs, pictures, the whole deal. It just looks excellent. Anyway, let's get this one started. Okay, so I hope you guys don't mind. I've just finished up, so I'm here going through some of the specs and everything. First of all, it has got a 9.7-inch screen, just like a lot of people thought. So it's about the same form factor. One major thing is that, as a lot of people expected, it does run a version of the iPhone OS, although it is very custom. It looks kind of a little odd, like the unlock screen. You got a slide to unlock that's like looks like it's that big and some stuff like that. But it's not bad, and it does look pretty good. Likewise, you've got the icons just like on your iPod or iPhone, and you press them just like that, except that there's only about a few icons for a huge screen, which it actually looks pretty nice. So let's go ahead and run through some of the specs. As a lot of people speculated, it does run a custom PA semi-chip. It runs at 1 gigahertz, which is really fast. In the demo, you could definitely see that the Apple tablet, it was just flying. It was really impressive. Going through here, it's got a solid-state drive. It's either 16, 32, or 64 gigabytes, which is pretty much what we expected. Now, obviously, the name is iPad. Sorry, guys, I'm jumping around a little bit here, but obviously the name is iPad. There's not a whole lot to say about it. Personally, I'm not very fond of the name, but there's so much great about this tablet. I don't care if it was the iPicture. I don't care. It's really great. Okay, so if we go through here, they demoed a lot of apps, and it's a really important thing, and probably the main reason why they used the iPhone OS was so that normal apps that you can run on your iPhone or iPod Touch will run on the iPad. And they demoed it, and it looks really good. Basically, they showed a normal app can run on small screen, which I believe is probably about 320 by 480, the same resolution as on an iPod or iPhone. And so it looks very small on the screen, but you can also blow it up and make it full screen too. Another thing is that all apps, any app that right now will work on the iPad, so you don't have to wait for everyone to update the apps. They'll work right now. That said, people can update apps, make sure that they work better, so that you will have your one app that will work on the iPad and the iPhone perfectly. Or there will also most likely be apps just for the iPad. So that opens a lot of possibilities, because obviously the iPad is much more powerful than the iPhone. They showed some apps. They showed Need for Speed. They showed Nova, and the graphics were better, but they weren't amazingly better. But as they said there, they had only had about 2 weeks to work on them. So once we see an app that's fully made for the iPad, it's going to be really impressive, I'm sure. Now, speaking of apps that are only for the iPad, they announced a full suite of iWork for the iPad. They went through a lot, all kinds of different ones. Nothing all that exciting, but it's still pretty impressive, and definitely something for businesses and stuff where you can actually have this and it will really take the place of the laptop. Though obviously it's going to be a little bit different. You can do word processor and everything. And speaking of word processor, one really cool thing is the keyboard. A lot of people were speculating how you do it. It's a 9.7-inch tablet, so you actually can, and you saw Steve Jobs doing it, you can actually type on it just like a keyboard, which is just great. So there's a lot of different things, but basically there's two big things. The name, through the first bit, I was like, the name's iPad. Okay, that's not horrible. It really does look like a photoshopped iPhone. I'm really serious. It's a 9.7-inch, and seriously, it looks like they just stretched it. But the main thing, though, is the price and the 3G. Yes, it does have 3G, and the 3G is excellent. It does run on at&t, so I know a lot of you guys, but the prices are just ridiculous. So on a 3G iPad, you can get on AT&T, you can get 250 megabytes for $15 a month. Now, obviously, if you know about price plans and stuff like that, generally that will run you $40 to $50 in other places. So 15 is really good. That said, 250 megabytes will go very fast. I mean, that's a couple videos, and I mean, it would not be a big deal for you to go through that in one day. So the main plan is an unlimited, and that is only $30 a month, which is just unheard of. I don't even know, most wireless broadband, they don't even offer unlimited. And when they do, it's going to be just a huge sum. So for $30, that is just excellent. And it gets better. This is offered with no contract whatsoever. That is just unbelievable. So you get an iPad with 3G, and then if you say, okay, you know what, I'm going on a trip, or I think I need the 3G this month, call up AT&T, get it hooked up, give them basically $30, and you will have unlimited 3G for the whole month. And obviously you can do that, and you can just have it paid every month, or you can just do it as you like. There's no contract, and the iPad is unlocked as well. So obviously these deals are fantastic on AT&T, but if you like, you can go to other carriers, which is just, and that was a huge shock. But the best shock of all, and guys, honestly, it is just the price. Now there's going to be 6 models of the iPad. Okay, they're going to be divided up into the sizes. So one's going to be a 16 gigabyte, a 32 gigabyte, and a 64 gigabyte. And then those 3 models are going to be divided into with Wi-Fi, and it's Wi-Fi N, or with Wi-Fi and 3G. Okay, so with Wi-Fi and 3G, it will cost you $629 for 16 gigabyte. For Wi-Fi and 3G with a 32 gigabyte, it will be another $100. It's $729, and with 64 gigabytes, it will be $829. $829 is the absolute most expensive you can pay for this, but it gets better. If you cut out the 3G altogether, and you want to just get the cheapest iPad you can get it with Wi-Fi, 16 gigabytes of storage for $499. That's insane. Everyone, me included, figured $700 to $800. And the fact that you can get an iPad, and obviously it's only got 16 gigabytes and no 3G, but still, I mean, it's got everything else. So that's only $500. That's just insane. And the same way with the 3G, it's another $100 for 32 gigabyte, so it'll be $599, and another $100 for 64, which is $699. So that is just excellent. I really think the iPad, everybody was like, oh, okay, well, that's not bad. Then they show the 3G, and everybody's like, wow. And then they show the prices. Honestly, guys, this thing is going to be huge. I mean, I'm just so surprised. I think that's just about it. There was a few other things like battery life, which looks to be really quite good. They say 10 hours. It might not be. It probably won't be 10 hours, but it's still going to be really quite good for that. But yeah, guys, that's just about it. The iPad, okay, you saying the name. The iPad is looking just amazing. For $499, something that does ebooks, does iTunes, full touch screen, 9.7 inches. I mean, it's just unreal. I mean, this is going to be huge, and I'm honestly just excited, just beyond belief. It looks excellent. So guys, definitely stay tuned. I will be having a lot more videos on more in-depth. I mean, they did a lot more about the apps and all kinds of stuff. So stay tuned. I will be covering it a ton more, as well as an overview and all kinds of stuff. But as a first look, man, guys, the iPad looks excellent. Anyway, thanks for watching.